Coffee time. I'm expecting Emily with us. She wants to talk about a loan. Tell her I'll be right back.
Start putting the money in this sack. Hurry up.
Oh. Well, 9:30 on the dot. Punctuality always pays off, Sheriff. Yes, sir. Oh.
You're so darn punctual, Sam, you don't even give your coffee a chance to cool. Me? I'd rather be just a little bit late.
Well, you'd never make a banker, Walters. No, sirree.
Here, take it. You shouldn't have come in, Mrs. Withers.
Sound like it came from your place, Sam. Don't anybody touch a thing.
Later, I was in Willow Ridge listening to Samuel Matson discourse on the importance of banking to a growing community. My name is Slade, private detective.
Banking is the cornerstone of culture, a framework for the future. You understand me, Slade?
I follow you, sir.
A bank is like, well, like a reservoir of water to be used in time of drought. But what good is a reservoir when the water's all gone? Answer me that.
Well, I guess you get kind of thirsty.
Exactly. See my point?
What you're trying to say is that as a banker, if you don't get the money, you just go broke, huh?
$12,000 of it. Fortunately, although the vault was open, the safe was locked. But $12,000 isn't exactly...
I know, isn't exactly hay. Well, neither is my fee, Mr. Matson. I want $500 in advance and $500 when the job is done.
Well, you'll have to accept 5 $100 bills, Mr. Slade. All the 5s, 10s, and 20s were taken in the robbery.
That'll do just fine. Good day, sir.
Good day.
That'll be 25 cents, Mrs. Tanner. I hope it's just what you wanted. What can I do for you? Perhaps I phrased that wrongly.
No, ma'am, you phrased that just right.
In any case, perhaps Mr. Cummings had better wait on you. He's the owner of the store. Mr. Cummings,
No, wait, don't. I mean, I'll take some of those.
those?
Yeah.
Anything else?
Well, I don't know. What are they?
Stays.
Stays.
Whalebone stays. You must be making a corset. This man is having trouble making up his mind what he wants, Mr. Cummings.
Well, I wouldn't say that exactly. I just stopped by for a little information.
Oh, what kind of information?
Well, Mr. Matson over at the bank told me that you were at the bank during the holdup.
I was?
Then I guess you can give me a pretty good description of the bank robber.
You a detective?
That's right. Name's Slade.
So Sam's hired himself a detective, huh? Wonder what he thinks you'll find out the sheriff don't already know.
What did the bank robber look like?
Oh, tall, lanky fellow. Wore a black mask made out of a piece of muslin.
Well, how do you know it was made out of muslin?
I run a general store, mister. We sell yard goods here.
Go on.
Well, Mrs. Withers was just going into the bank when I came up.
Mrs. Withers?
The woman who got shot.
What time was that?
About 9:30. We went in together. The masked man was scooping up the money. Teller was already dead.
Oh, what happened?
Mrs. Withers screamed. The robber must have got panicky, I guess. Anyway, he shot her down in cold blood.
Then what?
Well, he turned his gun on me, but misfired. And he hit me.
With the gun?
Yeah. Knocked me cold. When I came to, the sheriff and the others were there. That's all I know.
Oh, tell me, was the back door of the bank open when you and Mrs. Withers came in?
I didn't notice. Maybe it was.
Oh, one thing more before I go. I'd like to buy a piece of that black muslin.
Dee, get it for him.
How much do you want?
Oh, just about enough to make a mask.
We don't sell less than a yard.
Then I'll buy a yard. Hey, Mr. Matson told me that he had a beautiful girl working for him, but he didn't say how beautiful.
That'll be 50 cents.
He didn't tell me your name either.
Delilah Carr. Is there anything else, Mr. Slade?
Delilah Carr.
50 cents, please. Don't you have anything smaller?
I'd like to get it changed.
Mr. Cummings, a $100 bill.
Well, you'll have to wait.
Oh, I'll wait. How long you been working for Sourpuss there?
Mr. Cummings has helped me a lot, Mr. Slade. I'm very grateful to him.
Oh, that's just fine, but, how long you been buried here in this store?
I buried my parents 5 years ago. Mr. Cummings gave me a job and a place to stay.
That was 50 cents. $1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 is 10, 20, 40, 60, 80, 100.
Smells like onions.
So?
So at least you don't keep it in a pickle barrel, Cummings. Sheriff Walters? My name's Slade. Mr. Matson hired me.
Sit down, Slade.
Thank you.
Want to order anything?
Oh, thanks, Sheriff. Say, I understand you found the mask the bandit wore outside behind the bank.
Yeah, I have it right here. Sure like to find the fellow that wore it, too. I've had a posse out for 2 days now. No trace.
Well, what makes you think he left town?
Mister, I'd note if there's any strangers still hanging around.
Who said anything about strangers? Look, Sheriff, I just bought this piece of black muslin right over there across the street in the general store. It's the same kind of cloth this mask is made out of.
You'll find that black muslin in every store in town. Ranch women around here use a lot of it.
Now, Mr. Matson left the bank at exactly 9:28. Cummings says he and Mrs. Withers entered the bank at about 9:30.
That's about right. We heard the shot that killed Mrs. Withers right after that.
But you didn't hear the shot that killed the teller, did you?
Nope, figured it must have been fired about the same time a train whistle was blown. Comes into the depot here every weekday morning, right on the dot at 9:30.
Your bank robber probably counted on that to cover the shot. But he didn't plan on Mrs. Withers and Cummings showing up. I wonder why he left his gun behind him.
Oh, he probably dropped that when he tried to open that rear door.
Sheriff. I think he got rid of it for the same reason he got rid of this mask. He didn't want to risk having it found on him. Nice to meet you, Sheriff. I'll let you know if I find anything. Well, beg your pardon.
What's the matter? Ain't this street big enough for you?
Well, it might be if you just look where you're going, mister.
Telling me I know what I'm doing?
I don't think you have any idea what you're doing, or else you wouldn't be so anxious to start a fight.
You're the one starting a fight. I'm the one that's gonna finish it. I'm gonna make you crawl, mister.
Well, anything you say.
Never saw him before. Seems to be well heeled, though.
Yeah. What if I take a look at that money, Sheriff?
Come on your feet. Up.
It's almost $100 here in 5s, 10s, and 20s. Could be some of that bank money.
Where'd you get it?
Whose business is it anyway?
I can make it my business.
It's mine. Wages. I got paid off this morning.
Where are you from?
Rode in from Grasstown. Been living with a herd for 6 months.
He's lying, Sheriff. Cummings gave him this money. Like I said, Cummings, at least you don't keep it in a pickle barrel. Here, Sheriff, take a sniff.
What is it?
Onions. Small vegetable with a big smell. Cummings knows what I'm talking about.
Now, as a matter of fact, Sheriff, this fellow did make some purchases in my store. I changed a $100 bill for him. Second one today.
Is that right?
Yeah.
What do you got against him?
I don't like his face. Any law against that?
Not unless you try to change it with a knife.
Let him go, Sheriff. Mr. Matson?
Well, got something to report?
I don't know. How well do you know your customers?
Slade, if a banker couldn't judge character, he wouldn't be in business very long.
You were almost put out of business a couple of days ago, weren't you?
Oh, by a bandit. An outlaw, a stranger from someplace else.
Well, how do you know? How do you know it wasn't somebody living right here in this town?
Well, I'd stake my reputation on it. Folks in Willow Ridge are all my friends.
Including Charlie Cummings?
You're not suggesting that Charlie would...
He's the only one alive that saw the robber. Could be he's holding something back, Mr. Matson.
I regard Charlie as if he were my own brother. We've done business together for years.
Do you owe the bank any money?
But of course he does. I hold a mortgage on his store. But what's that prove? Loaning money with good, solid collateral is a banker's business. I hold the notes of half the business people in this town.
When is the Cummings note due?
Just a minute, I'll see. Matter of fact, it's due tomorrow. $5,000 plus interest.
What if he can't pay it?
Well, I know he can't pay it.
Now listen to me. Don't renew the $5,000 mortgage you've got on Cummings' store. Tell him first thing in the morning that if he doesn't pay up that note in full, you're going to take over his business, lock, stock, and barrel.
But I wouldn't. I don't do business that way.
This isn't a banking business, Mr. Matson. We're after a criminal.
Yes, but...
Just play it my way. And I think I can clear up this case early. Now go to Cummings as soon as he opens the store in the morning. Foreclose on the loan. Threaten to throw him out in the street. I got a hunch you might get your money back. Well, here, let me help you with those.
Oh, never mind. If you want to buy something, Mr. Slade, I'll wait on you.
Thank you. As a matter of fact, I do. I'd like to have one of those lanterns, please. Yes, I mean it. I want one. Careful. No, not that one. Next one. That's the one.
That'll be $2.
There you are. Going out to see if I can find an honest man. Cummings?
What'd he want?
He bought a lantern.
A lantern? Why?
He said he wanted to go find an honest man.
Take it easy. Don't say anything.
What are you doing here?
Well, I might ask you that very same question. Or do you usually sleep here in the store at night?
I live in the back. Mr. Cummings gave me a room.
Oh, now, how convenient.
Mr. Cummings lives in a house just outside of town.
I bet he spent a lot of time at home, too. Oh, does he happen to be here right now?
No.
Good, then I can spend more time looking for an honest man. Or woman.
I'm going to call the sheriff and have you arrested for burglary.
Go right ahead. I'll wait here for you while you get some clothes on you.
Tell me why you're here, Mr. Slade, and maybe I can help you. It's Charlie Cummings, isn't it? You suspect him in some way.
He's got some kind of a hold over you, hasn't he? You in love with him?
I hate him.
You hate him? That's strange. You know, you're a beautiful woman. I know a lot of men that would do a lot for you.
Are you one of those men?
I could be.
Then leave town and take me with you.
You make it mighty tempting, lady. But I've got a job to finish here.
Is that more important?
It could make a difference.
I'm trying to warn you in case you actually have something on Charlie. You have, haven't you?
If he had anything to do with that robbery, he must have had an accomplice, someone outside the bank to take the money.
That stranger in town today, the one that tried to pick a fight with
No,
you.
I'm afraid not, ma'am. But then you can't tell all the facts are in now, can you? Well, beautiful. Gonna see me out the front door, and we'll have to climb back out that window.
Morning, Miss Carr. Charlie. Beautiful day, isn't it?
Now, what can I do for you, Sam?
Oh, I'm here about that note of yours that the bank holds.
What about it?
Well, it's due today.
Dave, would you bring me the ledger? So it is. I guess you'll have to renew, Sam. I'm afraid I can't pay it quite yet.
Oh? Well, that's unfortunate, Charlie. Very unfortunate indeed.
What's so wrong with renewing all of a sudden?
Well, you see, Charlie, since the robbery, the bank's been short of funds. I'm forced to call in all outstanding loans.
What happens if I can't pay?
I'll have to foreclose.
You mean take my store?
Well, according to the terms of the agreement, I have a perfect legal right.
Legal rights? What have they got to do with it? I thought you were a friend. I always regarded you as a fair man, Sam. Wait till the rest of the businessmen in Willow Ridge hear this.
Can you pay it or can't you?
See what I can do.
I'm sorry, Mr. Carr, but, you know, business is business.
Well, we're in no hurry, Miss Carr. We're just looking around.
If you don't mind, Sam, I'd rather do business over at the bank.
Well, quit stalling, Charlie. Do you have the money?
Well, an uncle of mine died back east recently. He left me some money I was sort of hoping to keep as a cushion. Now, I don't know if it'll be enough.
Well, open the box and find out.
Well, does your uncle have an account at the Willow Ridge Bank?
I don't know how that got in there.
Well, you'd better start doing a little talking, Charlie.
Then it was true. Mr. Slade was right. I think you murdered those people.
Dave?
Who's your accomplice, Charlie? Never mind, the money talks. And your part of the loot smells of onions. I'll bet you the rest of it's around here someplace, too. Only smelling of perfume. It's your perfume, Miss Carr. Better search your room, Sheriff.
Don't anybody move or there'll be a dead banker. Drop it, Slade. Get the guns, Charlie.
Good girl, Dee.
Sheriff, get a doctor, quick.
Oh, no. It's better this way.
It was time for me to leave Willow Ridge. In my mind was the picture of a girl who was dead because of me. If Cummings hadn't loved money enough to kill for it, things could have been a lot different for a girl named Delilah.